Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Saturday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches The Promised Neverland Season 2. So in the last episode, we honestly had a pretty meandering, not great time. So yeah, so we had time with the bunker. You know, they had set up a bunch of stuff that I was really excited for them to do, and I was expecting the bunker to last like at least the whole season. And then a bunch of guys with MP5s blew the door open and forced them to flee. And yeah, the bunker wasn't safe. Turns out, oh boy, it's a big trap. Gee, I wonder if William Minerva, a male human being, who used to work at the farms, which appears to be, only keep women alive to, run the orphanages while the men all become, mindless grunts shooting at children. Gee, I bet that's not gonna come back and bite someone, huh? But, yeah, so now the kids are running, and I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do now, because we had a plot point where it was like, hey, here's our goal, and now it is gone. Now their goal is rescue people from the farms when they've got, zero thing. They got nowhere to go. They got no safe space. They got no... whatever. But let's see how they figured out, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! Aniplex! I'm seriously, it's actually a little frustrating, you know? I was expecting this bunker to be kind of like a main area for the season. And, maybe they lose it by the end of the season, but by then they've learned some things. Maybe some people have died. Maybe they've raided some farms and got some kids. I don't know, man, something. I'm still on board. Don't get me wrong. I am... This isn't like Dr. Stone, where I'm like, oh my god, it's gone off the fucking deep end. But, I've got this, just this little thing in the back of my head saying, oh god, they're gonna screw it up. And that's very, very, frustrating and scary. Oh yeah, also the matron of the orphanarium, she's coming to get them now. So, oh boy! New villains, same as the old. I wonder if they're gonna run into Sonju and Mujika again. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they feature super heavily in the opening and the ending. Just run into Sonju and Mujika and be like, oh yeah, no, that bunker, turns out there was a trap. Smash cut back to the guys with MP5s are setting it all back up so people are set and ready to go back in it. Ah, delicious. Is this a monster village? I thought monsters ate people. Why are they eating fish and stuff? I thought they ate people. That was, the whole point. If they can survive by eating, things that aren't people... what was the main thing? I thought Sanji and Mujika eating animals was, what made them separate from the other monsters. Ah, delicious legs! My man, you can't afford children. My man can't even afford it. My man could just afford a hand each. Damn shame. Oh, yo, we time skipped. Yo, we time skipped. Yo, I'm down. I'm assuming this is our children in disguise. I mean, if that's the case, what was the point of blowing up the bunker? You could have skipped the blowing up of the bunker and lost nothing. Like, was it too comfy? Of course, I could be wrong, and this could just be... No, I'm not. I'm not wrong. Cool. Hey, and they're growing the little water cacti. Damn, they're missing the number one medicinal herb, marijuana. God, they've still got that radio after all this time. So how did none of those monsters like smell them? Because it's been established that monsters can smell humans. Or are they just like so like grossed up like with dirt and shit that they just, they're not sniffable? I mean, I knew a time skip was coming, but damn, Emma really grew into her face, huh? Okay, did they steal it or did they buy it? We're all malnourished. Ooh. Ooh, I like Gilda's haircut. Girl got a glow up a little bit. Damn, this thing's more soup, more broth than soup. So some of these kids are new, so they've been hitting other farms and getting and saving kids, right? Like I don't recognize this girl, for example. So man, it's only a matter of time before the demons start like putting spies into the stock of the farms, you know? But y'all gonna have to move soon. Like that blonde-haired girl, like she's new, right? I don't recognize her at all. Like, am I just crazy? Or is she a pre-existing character that's just had like a time skip redesign? Welcome to the club, Emma. Ray, you sneaky bitch. Yeah, maybe I should have let them live in the sad illusion that they're getting adopted. And I mean, they'd all be hamburgers by now, but I mean, at least I'd be happy and well fed hamburgers. I mean, that's a good question though. Like, is it better to be miserable but alive, or happy but dead? And I'm not saying that in like a suicide ways. Like being happy and taken care of up to the point where you are turned into a hamburger, or escape from being a hamburger and be absolutely miserable, like from trying to survive in a world that wants to turn you into hamburger. Like what's the ethical decision there, Like damn, son. But you're really gonna want to waste more of that grass that stops you smelling like people, but these kids are gonna do something stupid. They're small, so their tiny hands will be able to get into the stalls better to steal the food. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs! Is it Sonja Mujica? Is it our boys? No, it's some old guy. What? Just who's this old blind guy? I mean, he's clearly a demon, but is his sense of smell so bad that he just can't? What's this guy's deal? I'm waiting for this man to just like extend his jaw and just So is the smell of their stew like just so like pungent that it's blocking out the scent of them? Oh, why? Oh, So that explains the demon in the desert. If they don't eat enough, they go crazy and turn wild. That's pretty neato, actually. At least that's my assumption. You know, maybe if they didn't insist on eating people, they'd have an easier time. You know, maybe like teach them how to fish a little better, hunt some animals, wild game. Y'all best leave. Like one of these days, that old guy's gonna come by with like his grandson or something. His grandson's gonna be like, Grandpa, what? Ooh, what's She's got like a hand coming out of her head. What the hell is that? You can save your little kid. So the higher quality meat they eat, the more human they look. Damn, they're getting good at that. So why even bother sneaking off into the demon town when you could just when like there's literally food everywhere in the woods? Like, you know, it seems y'all best get more fishes. How do they see out of those masks? That's the real question. Damn, that little girl just carrying some delicious human arms. Oh no. Oh my god, the one time they get brought on a frigging stealth mission and they blow it. See now they gotta burn these disguises. They gotta make brand new disguises now. Well done, Toma and Lannion, you dumbasses. Murder those assholes in a dark alley. No one will miss them. And sure hope they don't recognize their disguises. God, Ray's disguise is kind of shitty. It doesn't really have a hood. It's got like a little wig on it. Like, at least Toma and Lannion's disguises. At least they got, like, weird head coverings. God, my man's out here being a fighting dreamer. Jesus. We are fighting dreamers. Da 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 da. Don't know the lyrics. Oh, God, I just realized that guy is proportions. He's like a gorilla. Like the fat one. He's got the proportions of a gorilla. That's ridiculous. Jesus. So who's the big guy? That's the girl, right? The blonde-haired girl? Congrats, idiots. Well, guess you guys aren't rescuing your kids after all, huh? I'm sorry, what? I mean, I knew he wasn't dead because we never saw a body, but okay then. Alright then. How's this working out? How's this hustle doing? Let me guess, they sent the matron and Norman. Very interessante. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Okay. Alright. This is gonna be the big betrayal. Big betrayal between Norman, Emma, and Ray. Can't wait. The matron's gonna be right there. You fools. You thought you could escape the orphanarium? No. Nobody escapes the Cookieville minimum security orphanarium. Not while I am its matron. Oh boy. Alright, okay. So why did they blow up the shelter? Like, so we've had a year worth of time skip, right? And according to like the those guys who dumped exposition at the start there, they've knocked over at least one more farm. So we've had like a decent time skip of them getting stuff set up. So what was the point of blowing up the shelter? So like I understand like you've got like the idea of them holding up in this temple and you know like rolling around and just being like, oh, we're sneaking in to the demon village and we're stealing food and we're going hunting and we're doing this and this. Barring that moment with the old guy, what was the point of that? What is the point of like what is the difference between shelter that could possibly have been knocked over at any moment and temple where they could get knocked over at any moment? Like it's really weird from a storytelling perspective. There's no reason. Like you could have had this exact same thing happen, and even the thing with the old guy could have been a thing. You could have had like the bunker being built like close by, like having like a tunnel that goes out to near the demon village. Have it be really close to like some disused demon shrine, and they run into the guy while on their way back, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're on our way home." It's like, "Well, you kids best get home soon. I've heard that there's things out and about. You can't be out here too late." And like you could have the same thing, but like I don't. Okay, so it's been 6 months since it's been 6 months since the bunker got blown up. It's been they spent 3 months at the bunker. It's been 9 months, so almost a year, not quite, right? So like I just don't understand from a narrative perspective. If we're just gonna have them hold up at a different safe location, bleh, like why was the entirety of the end of the last episode necessary? Was things just going too good? Like you could have just had it be like you could still have them starving. You just say like we don't really know how to farm, and for some reason we just can't grow enough food. Like because I guarantee you nobody's taught these kids about soil erosion. Like nobody's taught these kids about crop rotations. Like this is like one of those things where it's like this would be a very easy thing to do. What you've done is you've made multiple assets to do one job and then blown one up because it's like, hey, fuck it. Like I just don't understand, especially because the bunker was 3D modeled as well. So it's like you spent all that time in Blender or whatever you're using modeling out this entire bunker to be used for scenes, and you use it for like 5 minutes. Why? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels wasteful, and it feels like it in storytelling, like, at least, like, in the classes I took on storytelling, I think, like, one of the biggest things that my professor told me was never waste a scene, right? And I feel like that was done here, where it was like the bunker is a wasted scene, where it is something that could have served a narrative purpose, but was thrown out, and then something else had to be brought in to fulfill that same narrative purpose. And it makes the work feel a bit more clunky than it otherwise would be, and it adds more locations than necessary, which means you've got to keep more locations straight in your head. It's, I don't know, like that you like, I can kind of see, like, why you would want to have, like, their first safe place be shown to be, like, oh, even no matter where you go, you're did it. But it's, like, kind of already have that in the fact that, they're inside demon country. Like, I mean, and you had all that stuff. Like, you had the William Minerva stuff. You had friggin', like, the room with the help scrolled on the walls. You had so much potential there, and you throw it out. God damn it. It's like, God damn it, dude. Like, oh, Jesus. It just, oh, I hate it. I hate that, like, when in writing. I just hate it so much. But other than that, like, I like this episode a lot. Like, it shows that the kids in the almost a year, the 9 months it's been since they broke out of Grace Field, they've done a lot of growing, both physically and like maturity wise. Like, you know, Emma looks like she's grown a lot more into herself. Like, she no longer looks like she has like itty bitty teeny tiny baby face. Like, her face is still tiny, but it looks like she's grown into it a little bit more. You know, like, they all look like, you know, they're living a hard scrabble life, but they're not thriving, but they're doing alright. They're doing okay. The kids are alright. They've got the demon disguises, you've got the demon town where they can get information, you got, like, I don't know, like, I'm a really big fan of, like, how this time skip went. It just, like, I'm just upset at the location. That everything about this, just, like, seeing, like, demons in, like, in their own civilization was, like, a really cool thing. Like, it's just kind of it's a little eerie, like, in a good way, by the way. It's eerie in a good way how, like, they act like it's just like a normal, like, normal little merchant town, except they're selling human body parts for consumption. And, you know, we got, like, you know, it's cool. It's cool world building. And, you know, we also learned about, like, the degeneration kind of things, when a demon goes for too long without eating meat, or meat of a certain quality. And I imagine human is probably, like, the highest quality, but, I mean, Sonju and Mujika get by, like, eating, like, not human meat, so it can't just be human they've got to eat to not, you know... Because Sonju, he's been around since... Because Sonju, the way he speaks, he's been around doing things since before humans and demons were separated, right? So... he's really old, and he's gone for a really, really long time without human meat, and he hasn't degenerated into a monster, whatever it is, or a monster by demon standards, which means that it's the quality of the meat. So I don't know, like, it begs a lot of questions there, and I'm hoping we get, like, some you know, solutions here. The demon disguises were cool. I think I said that. Just all around, just a really fun little episode. Just, you know, you learn about the demons, how they're not so different from humans, and that's really goddamn spooky. I like that a lot. Yeah, all in all, like, barring the bunker thing, which I'm still mad about, this was very, very well done. It's very, very well shot. The chase scene was well done. Like, very well shot. The thing with Norman at the end is a cliffhanger. Like, you bastards. But still, I like it a lot. Like, there's like, barring that one thing, there's not anything I dislike about this episode. It's just, like, masterfully done, really well told. So, hey, there you go. Them's the breaks. I don't have really anything to complain about. Like, it wasn't even really that much CG going on either. Like, most of this looked like it was hand drawn. So, hey, I'm in. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. That it kind of sucks, like, when something is, like, damn near perfect. It's like, shit, it's a lot easier to talk for, like, an hour and a half when something is garbage. Shit. but no, like, this is good. This is really, really good, and just, I'm really enjoying what they're doing so far. You know, like, you know, barring, you know, that little bit. But that's what I gotta say. So let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments. Whether you like this episode, dislike this episode, or you want to bring up something that, you know, maybe you have a little bit of a different opinion on. Because, hoo boy, it's the internet. Opinions, yay! But yeah, no, like, straight up, like, I want to hear your opinions so long as you're polite. But yeah, as always, I'm Nozz, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below, and if you wouldn't mind, hit that little bell and hit the all notifications so you see when my stuff is, because I got a bunch of stuff. I got my Cyberpunk 2077 Let's Play, I got, like, a bunch of anime stuff, I got live streams, I got it all over here. But yeah, and also, if you want, you can always support me on Patreon if you want to do that, if you want to throw money at me and keep me alive, because that's a thing. You know, unfortunately, we live in a vaguely capitalist society, so, you know, only vaguely, though, by definition, not so much. But yeah, and so yeah, become a trash rebel today, and I'll see you a real